My name is Skye, and I live in Los Angeles, California, where there is no shortage of gurus, healers, psychics, and all sorts of practitioners of various spiritual modalities. Here on my channel, Skye Life, I love exploring metaphysical and spiritual topics, and I try to approach everything with both an open mind and a healthy amount of skepticism. One of my friends told me I needed to meet this guy named Riz, a trance channel psychic medium. Trance channeling is the practice of entering into an altered state in order to channel various spirit guides who will temporarily inhabit the physical body of the channeler to share important information and spiritual wisdom. Channeling has become more well known in the past decade, with people such as Esther Hicks, the channel for Abraham Hicks, increasing in popularity. So when I had the opportunity to meet with Riz one-on-one and to witness him channel, I was super excited to see what this was all about. Here we are, the Riz Manor in Malibu.
Hey!
Hi!
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Welcome.
Oh my gosh, you already got the sage going.
Hey, we got to make sure everybody is feeling really good and clean. So
That
come
is
on
the
in.
largest piece of sage I have seen. The lion statues. Riz, you are like a lion.
I'm like a provider, protector. You know, I ask people to just stand here when I sage them, not because they have any negative energy on them, but this is kind of a welcoming. This is like a little shower for the aura.
I feel very
And a little
blessed.
for everybody out there, just breathe it in.
Yes, Vibe Tribe, breathe
Breathe it
in
in.
the sage.
All right, come in and just take your shoes off.
Okay.
We
Are
just
you
never-
barefoot all the time or what?
I am, at least inside the house.
Right.
It's just like shoes bring in the energy of outside. And so we want to keep the energy in here pristine.
It is very pristine in here.
That's my great uncle Merlin. In all my past lives and my future lives, this would be the ultimate uncle to have. I channel Merlin, by the way. A lot of people think that Merlin is this figure in literature that doesn't exist, that he's part of some story that someone made up. See, Merlin is a spirit guide who exists, who then channeled his information into the minds of those who wrote about him. So that's why that iconic figure of the wizard is so powerful and started with Merlin. And it passed through different writers and different cultures. There's another spirit guide that I channel right there. That's Red Eagle. You know, Red Eagle, when he speaks through me, my voice changes because he's basically using my body like a musician would use a guitar's body. You want to see my office?
Yeah, let's go.
All right, let's go. Welcome, Skye.
Whoa! This is so cool. I feel like I just entered into another dimension.
You have.
This is a portal. So, for people who have no clue, how would you describe trance channeling?
So trance channeling to me is an inner technology. So I'm able to go into a deep trance state. So my consciousness is in another state. I recently had a neurologist attach diodes to my head, and I trance channeled in that state. What he found was that within 20 seconds, I was able to go into a state that I should only be in that state after 4 hours of sleep. So he took that data and he said, well, I would think this person has narcolepsy. He goes, but the problem here is you were actually channeling and speaking during that brainwave state. Very conscious, very wise thoughts, right? The spirit guides speak all this wisdom that comes through. One of the main spirit guides that I channel, his name is Red Eagle, and he had many lifetimes, but one of the lifetimes that he had was as a chief named Red Eagle about a century ago.
How did you discover that Red Eagle wanted to come through you?
I was doing psychic readings for about a year, and I would notice that after the client left, I would still feel a presence in the room. Now, I used to think that it was their spirit guide. And then one day I was doing an exercise called automatic writing. It's where you really relax your mind and let your hand just write whatever comes to you. And I had written probably 10 to 20 pages of random words, and suddenly my hand wrote, "Hello, I am Red Eagle." Now, I had never heard of Red Eagle, but he wrote it through my hand. All this chill came over my body, and I fell asleep. And I woke up, and I felt so good. I felt like I'd just been hugged by a grandfather or something.
By Red Eagle.
I was hugged by Red Eagle, and I woke up, And I felt like I'm supposed to deliver some messages here.
I wanted to ask you how you would explain it to somebody who just thinks this is not real. Someone who says this is bullshit, he's acting.
How do you explain? You know, you're asking a really big question, Skye, because you're basically saying, what do you say to skeptics? Skeptics are going to be there forever. I think that if Buddha had a Facebook page, he would have haters. And some of the people who actually have been waiting for those people to come back would be the first to hate on them and say, you're not the real one. Because the real one would never have a Facebook page. Well, how do you know Buddha wouldn't? Yeah, I think Buddha would have a Facebook page and an Instagram.
In today's world, you got to get the message out.
Thank you, right? This debate goes back and forth, like, are psychics real, are mediums real? How come you don't know this if you know this? But that's not how it works. A psychic is supposed to know whatever they're supposed to know in that particular reading for a particular purpose to help that person go to the next step. You know, I feel compelled to go into a reading.
Right now?
Yeah, with you.
Oh, let's do it. Are we gonna channel now or?
No, we'll channel later.
Okay.
I want to kind of go into family. I'm starting to see a little bit of the family energy, and I want to talk about that. I want to speak about the father energy. Father's still with us, but he's very strong. I know he's alive. I can feel, he doesn't feel crossed over, but he feels very present here with us. So first of all, I want to say that I feel a strong chi, and that means a strong life force energy, but I'm getting very blocked up here. So neck and shoulders, I'm getting very, very blocked. And this is...
This is already so weird. Oh my gosh.
So this is very constricted for me, and this is either...
How do you know this? Oh my god. Okay, so I need to hop in here and commentate a little because Riz did not want me to share any information on my end. He wanted to just keep going with the information that he was getting. But I need to say that this was super, super crazy right off the bat because my dad has had shoulder problems for years and has had multiple shoulder surgeries. And there is no way that Riz could have known this information. So the reading was actually so crazy, but it's really long. So I'm just gonna give you a quick summary. It turns out that Riz was spot on about so much, and it was all stuff that you couldn't just look up via my YouTube channel or my social media. He knew all sorts of specific information about my family and my past and about who I am as a person, and it resonated with me so, so much. Aside from the psychic intuitive stuff, he also is a medium and started picking up on spirits in the room.
Everyone has spirit guides. These are the non-physical presence or beings that are referred to in every culture. All the religions mention that there are angels around you. I feel them. They each have distinct personalities. Some of them have names. They are here not to interfere in your life, but to help nudge you when you need some nudging. You have a spirit guide. Her name is Claire. C-L-A-I-R-E.
Okay.
He's very almost French. He doesn't from French Canada.
Yeah,
he is from French Canada.
Yeah.
Does he speak French?
Yeah.
She has the energy of a ballet dancer. She has the energy of Marie Antoinette times. You need to know fancy, and that she wants you to know that you are allowed to have fancy, and she really wants you to know this. You don't let yourself have it.
Yeah.
Am I allowed to have that?
Totally.
Other people can have that, but I'm not really allowed to have that. That's not real for me.
Right.
And I want to let you know it is real for you.
Okay, so I actually asked my dad after this reading, hey, do we have any family who have passed away named Claire? And he's like, oh yeah, actually, your grandmother's godmother was Claire Langlais. So spirit guide Claire, wherever you are, I want you to know that I believe in you, I feel your presence, and you can feel free to keep telling me that I deserve to be rich. I accept. So Claire, let's make it rain. You and me, baby.
Okay, so grandmother, mother's mother. Okay, so she's here now, and I see her through your face.
Wow.
For some reason, I feel like there's a part of her that I almost want to say wasted away inside of her and was very depleted. I don't know if she was an alcoholic or not, but she's letting me know that there was some major problems, okay?
She had alcoholic tendencies, I think.
Got it, okay.
She loved partying, social.
There you go.
Yeah.
But she sees that you have the same tendencies, not alcohol, but of running your engines really high like her.
Yeah.
And she's going to make sure that you don't do that. Okay.
After this reading, I was confident that Riz is a real psychic medium with some very special abilities, but I was still skeptical about this whole channeling thing. So when it was finally time to fly Red Eagle Airlines, I was buckled in and ready for takeoff. Can you first just explain how that works, what you need to do to get into it, and then you can show us?
Well, I will ask you, Skye, to be a part of it. When I do my channeling in front of people, I ask everyone to do the small meditation with me. It'll just be about 20 seconds, and then I will kind of go out of my body. It almost looks like I'm just fading out, like I'm getting tired. And then Red Eagle is a spirit guide who immediately comes into my body and starts speaking. Surround yourself with light. Imagine that this point of light is emanating from a point between your eyebrows. It is a beautiful iridescent light with many colors, glowing in and out, getting bigger and brighter. A circle of light around your body, a circle of light maybe 2 to 3 feet around you in every direction. I want you to imagine that your circle of light is now connecting with my circle of light, and it's becoming an even larger circle. I'm going to start off the Om. You just join me. So really let it out, Skye. And then after that, we'll say hi to Red Eagle. Hello.
Hi.
I'm Red Eagle. Many people feel that it's the end of the world. Many people feel they have a kind of breakdown happening. But that is what is called a spiritual death. Then you have a spiritual rebirth. What happens when you are born? You are first starting very small, then you grow for 9 months. Then you feel the energy and the nurturing of the mother. Then you are pushed out of the canal, the tunnel that is going through to the new life. The mother is in pain. The baby is being squeezed through a narrow space. There is blood, there are tears, there is sweat, there is danger. There are new sounds, there are all sorts of things that are not natural for that baby. Maybe the baby feels that it is going to die. It has been protected in the womb for 9 months. Imagine what it was like for the child about to be born. They don't know, but they feel that they are compelled to do it. They know they cannot stay in the womb anymore, so they have to be squeezed through that space. What is on the other side? Bright lights, a harsher environment. But there is also the connection to the mother. They are seeing and hearing and tasting and smelling much more information than before. They cannot have imagined what they are going to experience. And that is what is happening to people. You are not dying and going to stay dead. You are going through a spiritual death. You are going to be reborn. It is a rebirth happening for you. You cannot avoid that. You can try to avoid it. The moment you try to avoid it, it will chase you. It will show up everywhere. It is not to change everybody around you. It is for yourself. That is why for all these months that is happening on the planet, look what's happening on the planet right now. That all the people on the planet experiencing the same thing. So everything is about oneness. Everything for you. You think it does not exist? It is underneath everything. You don't have to try to create it, you have to surrender to it. And how do you surrender to it? You have to surrender to love. What love? There is no love. All I see is people fighting, hating, destroying. The love you were born as, when you were birthing. You knew the magic of life. You knew the magic of creation when you were coming into this world. You came to give love. You had it, you see in the baby's eyes. The love is already there. Then the parents remember love by seeing the baby, because the baby, you were that baby. So we bless you and we're with you. Just remember, you can be reborn to yourself as many times as you want, even every day. Bless you. Be well.
Thank you.
Yeah. Hey.
Do you remember what just happened?
I heard some of that. That you can't miss. It's that kind of wisdom that's been coming out for all these years. At that point, I say to people, it doesn't matter if you believe in channeling or you don't. Listen to what's being said.
So what is my conclusion about all of this? First of all, I want to say that I love Riz. I think he's an incredible person. He's super kind. He's clearly very talented, and he genuinely wants to help people. Do I believe he was actually channeling a real Native American chief who lived over 100 years ago named Red Eagle? I honestly don't know. I believe that he believes he is, but personally, I don't know enough about channeling to have any idea whether or not this stuff is actually real. I would probably have to study and investigate this topic for a really long time to have any type of conclusion around it, but it is really fascinating and it's something I would love to revisit. So if you want to see another video with Riz and Red Eagle and more information about channeling, that's something I would love to make. So please let me know in the comments below if that is a video that would excite you. If you like what I'm doing on this channel and you want to support it, one of the easiest and best ways to do that is to just leave a like and a comment below, and obviously subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on those post notifications so you'll know when I post a new video, which is every Thursday. Okay, that is it for this episode of Skye. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, you have the power to thrive. You have the power to live your best life ever, and I will see you next week. Bye.
Got a lot of time on our hands, yeah. Don't have to rush a thing, don't you know? Easy, let it come, let the sun hit ya. Easy, let it come, don't worry about tomorrow. Why waste your time working 9 to 5? Yeah, we're so young, baby, and we're flying to the sky.